All right, we are live.
Fun.
So what is it you haven't figured out? Can
Okay,
show
let me show you what I've done here.
me?
The only thing I thought that I could do. So I'm having it pull out. So I have my dashboard date, and I'm having it pull out the year, and then it just gives me the revenue, the average. So I'm taking those years, and then I've got the sum for revenue, I've got the average, I've got the max, and for some reason the min isn't working. I've done them all the same exact way. So when you go in and you change the dashboard, it just gives me those for 2/16. That's how I thought to do it. I couldn't think of any other way.
So for that, what I did,
Yeah,
I just
show me
made
what you did.
I just made a separate table. I just made a separate table here completely, and then I referenced all these are just referenced just straight to that table. And I did if functions still.
For your table?
Or I mean VLOOKUPs is what I did for those. So that one I did a if function because it's referencing the. Why did I do it that way? But yeah, I just made a whole nother table out of it.
So show me how you looked up for the sum on the table. Did you just?
I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I just added them up.
See, that's what I did too, but then when it said if you sort it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
If you sort it, then
in,
it throws all your numbers off. So that's when I was thinking of how could they sort it and not throw my numbers off. So that's where I did if it's
gotcha.
If that year matches it, then VLOOKUP, and then I have the total down here. Because that's how I had it before, and I was like, oh, this is too easy.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the min is not working. I did it the exact same way, but I can't figure it out. And then I have my table, and it gives me my amount depending on the dashboard. If the dashboard equals that year, then give me that amount.
Well, I don't know how to help you then.
Yeah.
I may have to. I guess I misunderstood what that meant about when it gets resorted or whatever. I may have to redo all that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of because which it was funny because I sorted it and the way they have the dates, it screws the whole thing up anyway. But if you had actual dates in there, then that's the only way I could think to do it.
Yeah.
Was if it matched that date, then VLOOKUP and pull out those amounts.
Oh, geez.
That makes sense. Did I do it right or wrong? I can't tell.
Well, that makes sense.
Because I had done the table like you did, where you just summed it up, and then when I went down where it said you must use formulas so that the table of the historical cells is sorted in any manner, they'll still be correct.
Yeah. Which you can't sort the table anyway because it messes up all the values, huh?
Yeah, it does. So I just was, well, if there was an actual date in there, then this is how I would do it. And that's how so that was my thinking. That's why am I overthinking this? I don't know.
No, I think you're on the right track. I wonder why your last if function's not working though.
Yeah, that's what's throwing me off. That's as far as I've got. I haven't even tried where is it? The
monthly, whatever.
The monthly dashboard. If you put an inset cell, show the revenue, that was lower. than any amount designated in the input cell. I have not even tried that one. I don't know.
So what I thought I had it figured out, but then it's so I have a.
It's probably the same thinking.
Probably. So I have my input cell here. I can type in whatever number, and then it. I just have a if function here, but it only counts to 1. It's I haven't figured out how to make it count all of them. It's just if it's greater than this, then whatever. So what I did was if this cell is greater than this range, then it'll insert 1. I think probably need to put like a count if function in right there, I think.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay.
I think
that's that logic makes sense. Count if, yeah, then it would bring you how many?
Yeah. But I was messing with it last night and I couldn't make it work either. It kept giving me error codes and I couldn't figure out why.
Oh.
So gonna have to mess with it some more, I guess.
So like I said, okay, so I went through, let me make this bigger. So I put if the year on the dashboard equals the same as the year, where is it, V5? Then the VLOOKUP, I made the whole table, I made it a whole table called revenue. And then I said, give me the average, the monthly revenue. And if it's not that year, give me a 0. And then I just took down here, I summed up what it gives me, the average it gave me, the max.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Down at the bottom. So whenever when I change the date, it automatically looks for that date, gives it to me, and then the rest are zeros.
Cool.
That was my only thinking for that one.
But that one is.
But that one, I thought it was min. That minimum? Min?
Yeah?
Yeah. Give me the minimum number. Dang. It was working too well this morning.
Oh, it's probably. But all the rest of them. I was thinking.
Is that because they're zeros?
Yeah, it's giving you the minimum, which is 0. But you did the same thing for all the other formulas too, right?
I did. Max.
Oh, that's why.
Average.
It's because.
So now I've got to change it if it has to be larger than 0 or something like that. I got to change that, huh?
Yeah, probably. It's the minimum except 0 or something.
Yeah.
All the rest of them work that way, but because they're looking for other things. But the minimum there is 0, so that's why it's giving me 0.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I didn't even think of that. I'm like, it worked on the others. Okay, I'll change.
So maybe on that one, instead of saying give it 0, just leave it blank or whatever.
Leave it blank?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Let me try it. Actually, just a minute. You're watching me, so now this isn't going to work. Oh, it didn't change it. Okay. I'll just change it here. So then from there, I pulled out. Oh, the comma's gone. I pulled all that information down at the average and sum and that. I pulled that into my table.
Hey, it worked.
It worked. Total. Okay, I can do that. So yeah, so then over here, I pulled from my table. If the dashboard equals the year over here, then go get the answer.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay, so now I have just to figure out the if count. Okay, I think that would, and logically, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What you were saying.
Just gotta think how to do it.
So on the, what do you call it? I'm so tired, sorry. The graph, you just you just graph the whole thing, right? The monthly totals. There's nothing that has to pull.
That's all
it?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
That one took me like 3 minutes. And then I just changed the color of it. But
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Eli just came on. Is he there?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, Eli.
Hey.
All right.
Well,
Well, we've had plenty to talk about, so if you want to join us.
Sure. What we got?
Got it all figured out?
I think I got most of it done. Just haven't made it professional looking.
All right, so our thinking, well, I should say mine. So the one requirement, it says on the dashboard, choose one of the years, show total revenue, average, max, and minimum. You must use formulas so that if you were to sort this table in any way, it would still show up correctly. What was your thinking on how you did that?
On that one, I did an if and.
If and?
I think, and then I made a thing off to the right.
Oh, okay. So kind of the same thing.
Yeah, only the first time that you couldn't use off to the right, you had to put everything in the same cell, which sucked. That was a very long formula, but.
Oh, okay, so you did the if and, okay.
Yeah, there's an if and that I put off to the side that if that cell equaled something,
then pull out the revenue amount.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of the same thing I did. I just made it a shorter step. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get which one we were talking about? Show the number if the revenue was lower than an amount in an input cell. Did you get that one done, Eli?
Yeah, that one I used to count if.
Can you? That's what I thought, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. Can you show me how you did it?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to put the formula together and make it work.
I called him. I got on my phone because I was late and just woke up.
Oh.
So what you got to do is. Let me see. Switch this. But mine is count if the well, you gotta select the range.
I can't even see it.
Comma less.
Yeah, we can't see it.
It's all grainy.
You can't see that one?
No, it's all blurry.
No. No, sorry about that. What it says is you get a range in first.
Uh-huh.
And then a comma. And then you got to put the less than symbol between quotation marks.
So is it a if function and then a count if function inside of that, or is it just count if only?
Just count if only.
Count if only.
So equals count if, and then you start your quotation marks, and it gives you the range, and you only select and then comma, and then the ampersand, and then the input cell. Get on my computer.
Count if range.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
How do you do it if it's less than?
So count if, and then enter the range,
Yeah.
and then comma. You said you have to put a less than symbol in quotation marks.
Oh, in
Yeah.
quotation marks?
Quotation marks. The ampersand, you know, the and sign,
Uh-huh.
and then the cell.
Then the
And then
cell?
Kind of funky. And then the cell reference.
Hey, got it. Sweet.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. Thanks, man.
Can you show that?
No worries.
Show that to me, Jacob.
Yeah.
Where's the other guy?
I don't know. Always trips me out when I do that.
I know, it does me too.
So equals count if, and then your range
Uh-huh.
values, and then
Yeah,
the
then
less than, and then your input cell,
and then your input
or the
cell.
ampersand, and then
Yeah, the
input cell.
quotation mark stand kept throwing me off, but then I found out how to do that.
When they first started talking about ampersand in that formula, I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? That's the and symbol. That's not an ampersand. What does that mean? I'd never heard that before.
I guess they and whatever they want to call it, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Well, I'll keep playing around with it. I'm not that far yet, so, but thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with that count if. I don't know that one very well. Okay.
So I'm gonna have to figure out my chart, or whatchamacallit, so I can use a if function instead of what I did.
Yeah,
for the
instead of
first
just
part.
summing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I, like I said, did first and then realized, oh boy, I'm gonna change it to all ifs.
Whenever we have like big amounts of data like this, it always stresses me out. This is not much, I guess, but we have big charts and stuff. It just stresses me out because it's just too much to look at.
Yeah.
Ugh. But
I think.
How long did it take you guys to the if statement, that first one?
Oh, it took me a while. I had to get
oh yeah, I messed with it
Jacob's help.
I messed with it for probably an hour, and I was gonna go on the discussion board, and because I couldn't figure it out, I was gonna ask if anybody else figured it out, and somebody else had the same question already. So that then after that I got it done in like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
That was brutal.
Did you guys use like the date function or something, or?
Yeah. You go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less than or on the 31st, or greater than the next year on January 1st.
No.
So what they did in the discussion board when I was looking at it, somebody said you do if and then the year, and then you select this over here equals what was C4 equals this year, and then input the units sold. What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah, so if the year here equals year here, then input this cell, and then another if this year equals whatever. So to do 5 different if functions embedded in each other, and then at the end just put multiplied by C5.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was really simple. Once I figured that out, it was really simple.
How'd you do your little set off to the side there?
So this is my. I was just saying that I need to redo it again because I did it wrong. This is for my dashboard. All these inputs and stuff are pulling straight from here. So I just went through and added them up from off the data here, and I thought that was gonna be fine. But then
Works.
Marty was telling me that if you, and the instruction says to reference the cells right, so that way if these are ever sorted differently, then it messes all these up. So I need to rethink that and do an if function or a lookup or whatever instead.